the riches of your glory. How deep the Father's loving heart. How vast the reaches of your mercy, stretching wider and further than the stars. More than a million words could say, 1,000 thank yous, a fountain of praise. With every breath for all of our days, Jesus, you're worthy of all of our praise, of all of our praise. How wild beyond imagination, how kind the nature of your heart, how extravagant the beauty of your splendor. We stand in awe of who you are. More than a million words could say, 1,000 thank yous, a fountain of praise. With every breath for all of our days, Jesus, you're worthy of all of our praise, of all of our praise. All of the glory belongs to you, belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you, belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you, belongs to you. All of the glory belongs to you, belongs to you. More than a million words could say, 1,000 thank yous, a fountain of praise. With every breath for all of our days, Jesus, you're worthy of all of our praise, of all of our praise. You're worthy of all of our praise. Oh, Jesus, you're worthy.
In the brokenness, when hope seems far away, through all the mess, try to keep control for one more day. Stumbling through the dark, holding on so tight to what I want for my own life. But I'm just so tired of the way things have been. I've been knocked down, I've been counted out, I've been frozen in fear, heart filled with doubt. I made my mistakes, and all I know is I'm not giving up, I'm letting go. I'm letting go. You can have it all, the war was never mine. Through everything you cleared away to make it right. You give me purpose and you take me as I am. Do what you want with my life, oh, 'cause I'm just so tired of the way things have been. I've been knocked down, I've been counted out, I've been frozen in fear, heart filled with doubt. I made my mistakes, and all I know is I'm not giving up, I'm letting go. I'm letting go. Each battle I face, you've already won. I'll never be less than the work that you've done. You hold my future, let go of my past. You're finishing what you've begun, so I'm letting go. I've been knocked down, I've been counted out, I've been frozen in fear, heart filled with doubt. I made my mistakes, and all I know is I'm not giving up, I'm letting go. I've been knocked down, I've been counted out, I've been frozen in fear, heart filled with doubt. I made my mistakes, now all I know is I'm not giving up, I'm letting go. I'm letting go. I'm letting go.
What Christian Media Spotlight has meant for me over the years that I've been here is just knowing that a family like this has come together and being able to just take part and be involved. When I first came to Christian Media Spotlight, I didn't know what it was about, but I found it through an internet search of January 10 of 2020, and from there I went to the main page and I just started to watch the interview shows and just the music hangouts and comment, not knowing what I was to expect, and it was just so many people that I was able to meet and get to know, and it wasn't until Night of Hope 3 that was my first Night of Hope special, and I got to meet so many different artists like Lyndall and Kat and April, and I even got to meet Katie Donovan and so many other people that were around for that, and that night was a night that really blessed me, and it was just something that touched my heart that I couldn't wait for the next one.
Hi, this is Lisa Ritter. I just wanted to share how much CMS Nights of Hope have meant to me. The first Nights of Hope that I saw were with Kat Stewart, and I was going through a little bit rough patch with my kids and my grandkids, and her songs came on of How Many Kings, and it meant a lot to me to hear that during Christmas, and I was missing my mom. Her birthday was Christmas, and I heard how many kings had given up their life for me, and it just meant a lot to me to know that my mom was there at the table with Jesus. And then I was in the hospital in March with my leg paralyzed, and I heard Eric from Boiling Point dedicate the song to Elizabeth and I for Once Again. So it's just meant a lot to me, CMS, through all the hard times that have gone on in the last year. This is my family and home, and I love it here. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Denise Winter. I'm one of the contributing writers to Christian Media Spotlight, and here we are at another year of Night of Hope Give Thanks. And I'm thankful, very thankful, for Christian Media Spotlight ever since the pandemic, when I had to work through that, and they brought me through that, and having the association with Joseph Neal, because he has a heart and a compassion not only to feature the artist, but what he does to reach out to any of us and all of us. It's just a heart of gold, and I've been more appreciative of what he has brought me through with this. And most importantly, this show with all the music and what the music has to offer, and the artists with their hearts when they reach out and have touched our lives in such a special way. And I'm thankful also, as of December 20th, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And again, the outpouring of the family that we have here at Christian Media Spotlight and the artists themselves. Just everybody comes together, unity. So we have that heart, a grateful heart, to just continue to know, to give thanks to God. He puts it all together, and He puts us together. So again, another year to give thanks. That's it. It's just no other words. Have a heart of gratitude.
This is Night of Hope 28 Give Thanks in person live, and it is a 3rd annual Give Thanks special. Let's give thanks to God every single day for the gifts and the talents and everything that He does for us. And thank you, CMS. Please continue to have a blessed year.
Hope is something we eagerly wait for with expectation and anticipation. Hope is a belief that something better lies ahead and that God is always watching over us. In hope rests our trust in the promises that God has for us, plans to prosper us and give us a future. Hope is knowing that God has already won the ultimate battle by paying the ultimate sacrifice. Next to faith and love, hope is one of the 3 cornerstones of our faith. Stories and testimonies. And now, Christian Media Spotlight with your host, Joe Neal.
Thank you so very much, Katie Kennard. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the time where we share hope through worship as we've done for the past 28 editions. This is Night of Hope 29 as you're looking live as we give thanks tonight live here on Facebook, YouTube, and television. Good evening, everybody. Joe Neal here with you. Elizabeth Holthouse will be joining us here in just a little while. Great to have everyone here with us tonight. Continue to share this program tonight so we can reach as many people as possible tonight. We are on Facebook, facebook.com/Christian Media Spotlight, or on youtube.com/Christ Music Spotlight. We're on both spots tonight. We're on local television here in the Northwest as well. And great to have everyone with us tonight. Bianca says, hello, everyone. Looking forward to some wonderful music coming up tonight. We have Bianca is going to be performing tonight on piano. We're going to be sharing that with you tonight. Also, coming up tonight as well, we have a world premiere video coming up within the next half hour from Kat Stewart. The video, Pass Me By. You're going to see it here, right here, first here tonight, coming up. Plus, Fishes and Loaves from Australia are going to be with us. We got Tom Taylor. We got Anna Dufek. We got the latest lyric video from Lisa Fenstermacher here tonight with us. Whole bunch of great stuff, plus Dave Pettigrew. Lisa shared with us a Dave Pettigrew song from a number of years ago that she wanted to share because Dave wanted to share something. He didn't have time to record something new because he's been out on tour in Florida, but he did give us permission to kind of, share some different stuff, so we're going to have something from him tonight as well. Lots of great stuff. Let us know where you're watching tonight. Share with us as much as you can. We also have a video tonight from Whitney D's Hotel that she recorded and sent over with husband Mike on guitar. So lots of great stuff to get to tonight here for the next 2.5 hours or so. Get settled in. We got a lot of great stuff to get to tonight. Right now, here is a song now from, and I think we have his thoughts on Thanksgiving a little bit later on in tonight's program. But right now, here is Josh Snyder kicking us off. We're sharing this one. Let's get Night of Hope off to a rockin' good start, shall we? An upbeat start. Josh Snyder, here he is right now, great friend of the program. I know Rock and Ron loves this guy. I know he's been not only on Resident, but he's been a part of our program for a while as well. Much love to him out there. We're going to try to hopefully get together with him as well in the next number of weeks to see what he's been up to and what JSM has been up to, Josh Snyder Ministries. Here he is right now with the music video to Feel It right here as we kick off Night of Hope 29 as we are giving thanks, sharing hope through worship tonight.
Oh, I like this.
Snap back to a place in a time, no reason to rhyme, I was living my life. I realized I was living a lie, and the devil tried to hold me in my demise. Brainwashed, singing everything's groovy, hoping everything would end up like the movies. Get rich, get the girl, get famous, just like that, right up to the sunset. Knocking on my door, my heart just hit the floor. I need you more and more, you give me real life. Don't need my sin and shame, singing in your name, I'll never be the same. Yeah, I'm changed. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in the air. Oh, can you feel it, can you feel it, can you feel it, drop in the air. What do we run away from the love? When you feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it right there.
When looking time and again for a reason to say that my life was alright. I thought I knew what it was that I needed, but I could never seem to get it right. Caught up in my own way, spinning around, trying everything to keep my feet on the ground. Left, right, turning back and forth. Now just like that, that's how I fell back.
Yeah, I'm changed. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in the air. Oh, can you feel it, can you feel it, can you feel it, drop in the air. Why do we run away from the love? When you feel it, I can feel it right there. Like a ship without a rudder, like a bird without wings. Pressure taking me under. You, my God, hold everything. I'm like a ship without a rudder. I'm like a bird without wings. Pressure taking me under. You, my God, hold everything. I can feel it, I can feel it, I can feel it in the air. Oh, can you feel it, can you feel it, can you feel it, drop in the air. Why do we run away from the love? When you feel it, I can feel it right there. I can feel it without a rudder. I'm like a bird without wings. Can you feel it? Can you feel it under? You, my God, hold everything. I'm like a ship without a rudder. I'm like a bird without wings. Pressure taking me under. You, my God, hold everything. I'm like a ship without a rudder. I'm like a bird without wings. Pressure taking me under. But you, my God, hold everything. I'm like a ship without a rudder. I'm like a bird without wings. Pressure taking me under. But you, my God, hold everything.
Josh Snyder there. Feel It, kicking off Night of Hope 29. Give thanks tonight. Brianna's watching from Maine. Great to have you with us. Brianna Burgess. Betty Fraser, good evening to you. Watching from Ridgetown, Ontario, Canada. Great to see you tonight. Yes, we can feel it. Josh Snyder right there. Can you feel it? We can feel it tonight. Yes. Very upbeat, says Bianca. Josh says, yes, we serve a God not based on feeling. When his children see him move, we can't help but tell the world. Amen to that. Josh sent apparently an encouraging video. We'll see if we can play a little bit later on tonight. Elizabeth, love Night of Hope. Yes, Rock and Ron, great to see you, my man. I feel it even in my rail crew van. I think Ron is working tonight. Great to have you here tonight. Feel it, yes. Thank you, Lisa, for all your help tonight. Looking forward to some wonderful music. Josh says he found Christian Media Spotlight because of Kat Stewart in Night of Hope 3. This is family to him. If what we've been doing has been encouraging to you and impactful to you, and we have felt like family to you and brought you encouragement for how long that you've been watching, we're so proud and we're so privileged. And we're giving thanks not only to all the amazing artists who have donated their time, their talents, but we're thankful for all of you as well for joining us, for tuning in each and every single time out. We're so grateful to all of you for helping keeping us strong, either on the radio, the network, podcasts, right here on the socials, as we are doing lots of programming tonight. Lots of great stuff on the way tonight. Kat Stewart, world premiere video right around the corner to her latest single. Don't miss it. It's just minutes away. Plus music tonight from Whitney D's Hotel. We'll have another appearance from Josh Snyder a little bit later in the program. We got Tom Taylor. We got Lisa Fenstermacher. Lots more to get to tonight, plus some Dave Pettigrew and so much more. Right now, tonight, here is one of the latest from Fishes and Loaves. We are going international with this one. This one is called Sweet Forgiveness. Great tune by Fishes and Loaves out of Australia right now here on Night of Hope 29 as we are continuing to share hope through worship tonight for about the next 2 hours or so tonight.
For the longest time, you've been on my mind, but I was scared you hadn't noticed. I've been questioning, a few big things, such as why you'd even bother. But you offer me, you offer me your sweet forgiveness. Standing in this place where I've been before, staring straight into the mirror, I'd forgotten who you said I am, and that I'm your crowning glory. And you offer me, you offer me your sweet forgiveness. You call me up from the grave, and you set my feet upon the rock. You breathe your life into my lungs, and you give me a desire, a sweet desire to praise you, to worship you, Lord. And you offer me, you offer me your sweet forgiveness, your sweet forgiveness, your sweet forgiveness, your sweet forgiveness, your sweet forgiveness.
Sweet Forgiveness there. That is Fishes and Loaves from Australia there. Yes, Sarah Dunkley, I got your newest video on here to share. Yes, indeed. Oh, goodness. Yes, indeed. Fishes and Loaves. Yes, indeed. Great to have everyone here join us. To love this song, says Bianca. Yes. We got Down Under, of course, Australia here joining us tonight. Great to have you here tonight. We got a lot of great stuff still to come here tonight on the program. As promised, we got Lisa Fenstermacher. We got Tom Taylor on the way. Whitney Diesotel with husband Mike on the guitar on the way here just a little bit. We got a great new lyric video from Gems of Grace, who are out of Texas, I do believe. They are performing, I believe, on Red's Room a little bit later on tonight at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. So we're going to have a lyric video from them that they wanted to feature for tonight's Night of Hope proceedings. I think we're also going to have something from Chris Pick and a lot more here to come tonight. And Elizabeth Holthouse will be joining us tonight here in just a little bit here on the program. All right. So right now, here is that time. For those of you who are tuning in and are faithful to join us right now, yes, you're in for a treat now, because we sometimes have, over the course of the last, little bit of time, some world premieres, right? So we've had a world premiere, remember, from Sam Day that got turned into a song. You remember, with This Love? Yeah, that was quite the world premiere 2 years ago at Give Thanks, if you remember. If you remember, on Give Thanks 2 years ago, we also had the world premiere of Anna Waters' You Never Let Go, dropped right here first. If you remember, at Night of Hope 3, we had Cloverton with a world premiere, and they still haven't released it yet, for goodness sakes. Yeah, here's looking at you, Lance Stafford. That's right. Where Do I Turn? It's still here is one of the few places you can find it, because they still, for whatever reason, I don't know if they forgot about it or what, but he hasn't released that one yet. Hope Resounds, over the last several Night of Hopes, have released some world premiere debut stuff. So we've had a little bit of a history of artists just entrusting us with premiere stuff. If you remember, 2 years ago, Brian Dirksen did a special thing for us at Night of Hope by doing a special acoustic recording of his latest single, In the Middle of Your Piece, at the time, if you remember. So we might be flashing back to some of those as we go throughout the night as well, because Give Thanks has been one of our tentpole yearly editions. It's been pretty special for us over the last couple of years. Been some great memorable moments off of some of our past Night of Hope. So we might flash back to a moment or two of that as we roll on throughout the night as a flashback. Well, right now, though, we have a world premiere for you right now. Yes, all that to say, we have a brand new world premiere right now. We've teased it. You saw a little 1-minute teaser a number of hangouts ago for this video that's going to drop tonight. Remember? In fact, we kind of played that little teaser at the very beginning of Night of Hope Live 28 a couple weeks ago, if you remember, during the countdown. This single has been long awaited. It was released a couple weeks ago. And here, this is one of the reasons why we're here tonight doing Night of Hope 29 Give Thanks, is because we have a video drop tonight. Here it is right now. She has been with us ever since Night of Hope number 3. Really, as a watcher, I believe, since Night of Hope 1 or 2. She's been with us nearly since the beginning. A participant since Night of Hope 3. And we're happy to have her back tonight. And here it is, the world premiere music video. Here it comes. Here is Kat Stewart. Here is the music video to her latest song, Pass Me By. World premiere time as we're sharing hope through worship right here on Night of Hope 29. Give thanks.
Well, life, it seems, is getting less and less predictable, and
changing more with time. You stay the same in every circumstance, you're always good. So every time I think it's over, I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by. Well, I can feel your peace no matter how far I have strayed, and darkness hides when I call on you. You know that I can understand how your love never fails, but still you love me all my days. I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by. When life, it seems, is getting less and less predictable, and everything is changing more with time. You stay the same in every circumstance, you're always good, God. Every time I think it's over, I will sing a song of you, how you conquered all life's trials. I will tell the world of how your love has given hope and life. I will share the blessings that you give, no matter what I say. Every moment is a chance to give you praise, and I won't let it pass me by. No, I won't let it pass me by.
That is the latest from Cat Stewart there. Pass Me By. There it is. The new music video. Rock and Ron. Yeah. Pass Me By. That single, I think, has done very well for her, in part thanks to this community. Thank you so much for supporting that one. Lisa. Pass Me By. Yes. Josh. Pass Me By. Proud of you, Cat Stewart. Elizabeth says, "Aw, I love that. And this. Yeah, cats." Beautiful song, Cat, says Whitney D's Hotel. We got a music submission from her coming up in just a few moments from right now. Such a great song, says Rock and Ron. And yes, good job, Mr. Tom Golly. Tom Golly, of course, you saw at the end there, produced by To the Moon Creative. Of course, To the Moon Creative is the creative production studio branch of Tom Golly, and so he helped film that music video and capture that and produced the song that came with it. So he produced the song as well as the music video. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Kat, for allowing us to air that tonight. I guess I'm still awake for now. Hi, Aaron. Good to see you. If you've got something that you want us to feature tonight, inbox it over real quick, no matter what it is, and we'll feature it here tonight. Nice to see you, Aaron. Welcome. Thank you for your support over the last number of years of Night of Hope as well. Bianca, wow, such a great song. Thank you. This Kat, thank you very much for all your support over the last number of years. It's so thrilling. You know, we've been talking about it probably since some of her songs have been on since Night of Hope 3, and we've been waiting for that moment for her musically, and so glad that it's finally come to fruition. A song of hers, professionally produced, is out into the world. Not only that, there's a music video to go with it. So hopefully that means now that she's jump-started there's some bigger and even brighter things to come in 2023. Thank you, Kat, for your support of CMS. Thank you all of the artists who have supported CMS. It has been an awesome privilege to be a part of your musical journeys along the way. Thank you for appearing on our programs. We're so thankful to you, and we're so thankful to the viewers for helping keep Night of Hope strong and on the air the last number of years, and help keep CMS strong the last number of years as we are celebrating our 15th year doing this. So great to have everyone with us. Now we've got some Dave Pettigrew on the way, Whitney Dees-Hotel on the way, right around the corner, Tom Taylor. We got a lot to still get through tonight, so lots of stuff. Now this one is by a gal who has been with CMS for a number of amount of time as well. We've had her on an interview on our program on Christian Media Spotlight, as well as she has been a frequent participant of Red's Room, our partner ministry, over the last number of years. She's very proud of this song that she released back, I think, a couple of months ago in September. She sent us over the lyric video that just got recently done and produced. I think this lyric video, if I remember correctly and if I heard correctly, was done by our good friends Paul Gibbs and crew at Notespire Music, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly. So this one is Up the Narrow Road, the latest offering from Lisa Fenstermacher, right here as we continue Night of Hope 29. We're giving thanks tonight as we're sharing hope through worship tonight.
Up the narrow road, it's easy to lose sight of where you're trying to go. Walking
There you go. Written by Lisa Fenstermacher and her producer, Phil Madeira. And the lyric video is done by our friends at Notespire Music, Paul Gibbs and crew. Of course, their radio network airs our radio show, Notespire Radio. So special thanks to them as well as Paul's hosted radio show. He DJs for us as well. He hosts the Jess Scott Music Hour weekly at Thursdays, usually at 6 p.m. Eastern time on the radio network as well. So happy to have his program on our radio network. So yes, hope you all like Radical as heard on the radio. Yes, we featured a number of Aaron songs on the radio. You've heard the newest Radical. We play one of the favorites on there, of course, is his They That Wait. It's been one of our responding favorites so far on there. You hear a bunch of his stuff on the radio, so it's been a privilege featuring his stuff on the radio. CMS, very special to me. Well, thank you, Aaron. It's been such a privilege having your music not only here on Night of Hope, but also on the radio as well. Aaron is one of the ones that actually was one of the ones that nudged me to get CMS on the radio and nudged me to get back into radio, asking me if I've ever thought about an extension. I think both Aaron and Jesse Martin played a big part in getting me and CMS back on the radio. And so Aaron, he was music director for Cornerstone Christian Radio. As I believe our show is still there 4 or 5 times a week. They were the first station to pick up the pilot for the radio show, and we're on about 9 or 10 different stations since, and 82 weeks strong. It's been one of the better things that we have done. So thank you, Aaron, for your support of CMS, and hope we have blessed you as well. Thank you for thankful for you, good sir. Joe can play anything, yes, whatever he wants. Apparently, Lisa is on it. Sent me the song of Histies. We'll have his coming up 100%. Thank you, Aaron. We love and appreciate you. And Lisa Fenstermacher on Red's Room for the East Coast concert. I believe that's tomorrow night, I believe. And rumor has it that I'm going to be doing the outreach message for tomorrow night. I got tapped to do that. Yeah. Life is good. Brian Irwin, good to see you tonight, my friend. Welcome into the program. Happy to have all of you here tonight. Now, we've got stuff around the corner. We've got Whitney D's Hotel coming up. We've got Chris Pick on the way as well with his pick. I know, kind of cheesy the way I did that there, but right now we have a flashback to a previous Night of Hope Give Thanks. As we are continuing to give thanks for you and a number of different artists that have just graciously allowed us to feature their music over the last, number of years on this program. Night of Hope Give Thanks has been one of our bigger tentpole events, and this right here was one of our more favorite moments in Night of Hope 7. We did a kickoff interview with Brian Dirksen, which was absolutely amazing, just to pick the brain of who has been a legend in the worship space with Come Now Is the Time to Worship and all those like that. I mean, we might play it as another flashback a little bit later on. There were so many memories that have come out of. And if you remember, our number one song of 2021, Cat Stewart's Waymaker, it made its debut on Night of Hope Give. So Night of Hope Give Thanks has just been, as far as the number of songs that came out of the Give Thanks show over the number of the years, it has been truly incredibly amazing. In fact, if you remember last year, we had so many submissions and we had such a worshipful event that it went close to 2 hours. Or not close to 5 hours. If you remember, we had Ross King's More Now in there. We had, again, a world premiere from Anna Waters. We're taking this one, we're borrowing it straight from Night of Hope, the actual production of Give Thanks 7. We're taking it straight from the broadcast for this flashback, all right? Now, we approached Sam Day about doing a song, right? And he thought that I'll let him tell the story because we're going to play it complete with the intro. We thought, of course, that he ran out of stuff. But just out of nowhere, he dropped this acoustic little number, and lo and behold, it had tremendous response where Sam Day, he couldn't ignore the call any longer, in part to this community, to release the song after it played on Night of Hope a couple of years ago. Here it is. We're flashing back. Night of Hope Give Thanks flashback 2 years ago. Here is his riveting performance. Exclusive acoustic number right here of This Love. Sam Day right here. Night of Hope Give Thanks flashback.
Up CMS TV, Samuel Day here. You know, when Joe contacted me about adding something to this worship-themed Night of Hope, I was a little bit hesitant, and I almost ended up just doing a cover, which would have been great, but it was because I didn't have a whole lot left in terms of original stuff in the worship category. But then I remembered this song. This song is not technically released yet, but we've been doing it at my church for a while now. I wrote this a number of years ago. The song is called This Love.
Doesn't understand, we'll try to write it out with human hands. They don't know. Pain and the uncertainty is not the love you wrote for you and me. They don't know. Times turn, your love burns. We return and we find ourselves again. And I know it wasn't easy. You've made everything right. Only if I'll reach out and I'll take it all outright. Oh, take it here tonight. I reach out and I take what is mine. This love, this love. Jesus, I will be forever strong, strong in this love, this love. Yeah. Time and time again they've tried to tell me that I'm only to survive, and that's just a lie. 'Cause fear and insecurity is not the world you meant for me to breathe. So I believe times turn, your love burns. We return and we find ourselves again. And I know it wasn't easy, but you made everything right. Only if I'll reach out and I'll take it all outright. Oh, take it here tonight. I reach out and I take what is mine. This love, this love. Jesus, I will be forever strong, strong in this love,
I want to zoom in. And the last comment you saw from the original broadcast that was from 2 years ago as an NFL flashback. You saw Cass Stewart asked, "Yeah, the real question is, when is the release date?" He really didn't have any urgency to release that at that point until comments like that flooded him with what? And it was a little bit of a departure from what we were used to. It was one of those videos when I first got it, and I played it at home, and my jaw first kind of dropped like, and I messaged Sam right away, and I'm like, where have you been hiding this from, man? It's like, what is this side of you, dude? And he well, he'd been hiding out on us, that side of him, for a while. I mean, the closest we've seen to that side of him before was Kingdoms Are Watching, which is back from 9-1, which is very good as well. But yeah, in part to just a response from it being on Give Thanks 2 years ago, he released it to the world within a number of months later, and it turned out to be very well for him, as we could confirm it right here. We all knew that. But apparently it was one of his better international songs. Apparently, I think it was like in Brazil or something like that. Some international country and station just really got a hold of it and ended up loving it. Yeah. Joe, every time I go out in street outreach, every time I go out in street outreach, I play CMS radio through my speakers in between me singing. Lots have commented on your station to me. Wow. As a program music director, that means the world to hear that. To hear that it's made a difference. To hear that it's having the reach that it is on an international level. I can't thank you enough, Aaron. Try to play a variety, of course, on the radio network of not only just the mainstream stuff you hear on the radio, but a lot of up-and-coming independent talent, and giving them a place to be heard and giving them a place to be featured right alongside them, and just mix it all together in a family-friendly format. And so to hear that it's getting out, and to be honest, Aaron, the number 2 country that our radio station is reached is the UK. So I have you and Joe Pope has been instrumental as well, and a number of others for listening as much as they have in the UK. We have reached, especially since we got the other international link on board, we have reached Australia. We have reached a listener or two in Russia, believe it or not. We've had a number of Philippines listeners, actually. That's like the 3rd or 4th country behind the UK. Number 1, of course, being the United States. I can't thank you enough, Aaron. So thank you. Number 2 country. And since its inception 6 months ago, we have logged, we're about ready to cross the 6,000 cumulative hour mark for the station. 6,000 cumulative hours. But to hear a comment like that, you have no idea how much that means. If any of you have listened to our radio network and have supported it and have kept it going, it's comments like that that remind me why that radio network is there, to encourage, to impact, to change hearts. That right there. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. We'll have a song from Aaron coming up in just a little bit. Aaron, agree. Thank you, Lisa, for your great support. Appreciate that. Man, just touched my heart tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. Right now, here, back to the new music. We'll have another flashback a little bit later on tonight. Elizabeth Holthouse will join us in a little while as well. This one is the latest submission. I think it was done today, as a matter from Whitney Dezotel. This one features her husband, Mike Dezotel, on guitar. Just want everybody to know that. She is a participant often on Red's Room as well. And she has submitted a number of different songs to Night of Hope over the last little bit of time as well. We're proud to feature her music here tonight as well. Here's Whitney Dezotel with a song she wanted to play for you tonight. It's called All About Jesus. Whitney Dezotel right now on Night of Hope 29 as we're sharing hope through worship here as we're giving thanks to all of our artists and all of you tonight.
Snow falling down, feel it in the air, feeling like it's gonna be different this year. Looking around, not much is the same now, wondering what the holidays will bring about. I've been on my knees in prayer, praying things will become clear. Gotta remember the reason for the season. Remember what it is I believe in. Turkey, Christmas trees ain't the reason for the season. Soon the light of the world will be receiving. It's all about Jesus. And everything He's done for us. And this year, I'm so thankful. It's all about Jesus. Plans haven't been made yet. Things up in the air. Sickness, the things we didn't prepare for. What really matters, your son coming for us. He's the only thing our hearts should be preparing for. I've been on my knees in prayer, praying things will become clear. Gotta remember the reason for the season. Remember what it is I believe in. Turkey, Christmas trees ain't the reason for the season. Soon the light of the world will be receiving. It's all about Jesus. And everything He's done for us. And this year, I'm so thankful. It's all about Jesus. I thank you for the son you gave, for everything I have today. I don't always show it. I'm grateful inside for my friends and my family. I've got a blessed life. Gotta remember the reason for the season. Remember what it is I believe in. Turkey, Christmas trees ain't the reason for the season. Soon the light of the world will be receiving. It's all about Jesus. And everything He's done for us. And this year, I'm so thankful. It's all about Jesus. It's all about Jesus. And I'm thankful.
Whitney D's Hotel there, all about Jesus, reminding us what exactly this holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, what everything is all about. In the end, it's all about Jesus and being thankful. Thank you, Whitney, for the great submission you sent over for the Night of Hope program today. Thankful for you. Thankful for all the artists who have submitted stuff. Hold on, Aaron, for just a second. I got your song coming up next. I know you're still watching. I'll be going to sleep soon. I'm out singing and preaching tomorrow afternoon. to a group called Torches Trust. I'll be darned. We're going to play Aaron's song before he goes to sleep here in just a second. Once again, thank you, Aaron. My word. Joe, I told you to get involved in radio. Look what God is doing. He is blessing the ministry, including CMS TV. Oh, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Josh, look at that, man. Your radio station is the only one to listen to. I love the songs on the radio network. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate all your support. Oh, you guys. Chris, you're the best, Joe. He's pretty awesome. Thank you, everybody. I'm grateful for each and every one of you and for your support on this program. Whitney, great song. Thank you. Love this song. Scott Parsons says, wonderful song, sung with such a sweet spirit of the Lord. Scott, thank you for tuning in tonight. Love this song, says Bianca. Love the song, says Josh. Yes, great response tonight. Thank you, Whitney, for the great tune tonight. This is Night of Hope 29. Give thanks as we are heading towards the end of our first hour, you and I together. We've got about another 90 minutes or so still to come. We're probably going to take you right to 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, when we will hand you off to Red's Room within a half hour later tonight on the broadcast. We got a couple of flashbacks on the way. Here's also what we've got. We've got Tom Taylor on the way. We've got Gems of Grace on the way. And now we're number 2. Yes. We've got music from, we're going to play the latest that we play in the hands from Kathleen Carnally on the way. I'm just wondering what song Lisa has sent. Oh, actually, oh, no. Well, you know, okay, well, we might play 2 songs, okay? We might play 2. Here's the reason why I say that, okay? Red has suggested one, all right? We're going to play that one a little bit later on in tonight's program. It is your Striper cover, okay, Aaron? So we're going to play that one a little bit later on tonight's program, okay? We're also going to play, since it's Give Thanks, we're going to play one of your recent worship cover acoustics right now to keep the feel, of course, of Give Thanks. This one was a request by Lisa there, Aaron, since you did say we can play any one of your recent stuff here. Here is Casting Crowns cover of Who Am I? Aaron Von Graham right now here on the Music Hangout. Not Music Hangout. It's Night of Hope 29. It's Give Thanks here tonight.
Who am I that the Lord of all the earth would care to know my name, would care to feel my hurt? Who am I that the bright and morning star would choose to light the way from my ever-wandering heart? Not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow. A wave tossed in the ocean, vapor in the wind, till you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I am yours. I am yours. the eyes that see my sin will look to me with love and watch me rise again. Who am I that the voice I come to see will call out through the rain and calm a storm in me? Not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow. A wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind. Still you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I am yours. I am yours. Not because of who I am, but because of what you've done. Not because of what I've done, but because of who you are. I am a flower quickly fading, here today and gone tomorrow. A wave tossed in the ocean, a vapor in the wind. Still you hear me when I'm calling. Lord, you catch me when I'm falling, and you told me who I am. I am yours. I am yours. I am yours.
That is Aaron Von Graham right here. That is his beautiful cover of Who Am I? And let's welcome in our co-host right now for the remainder of our time together tonight, Elizabeth Holthouse. Good evening to you. Lisa says, blessings, Aaron, beautiful artistry. Bless your outreach tomorrow. Bianca says, absolutely love this song. Aaron made this so much his own song, says Lisa. Beautiful song about our beautiful Savior, says Scott. Tomorrow night, Aaron says he's recording his version of Scars in Heaven. Ooh. Hey now. Hey now. Love it, Aaron Von Graham. Yes. I don't think I've heard that one here on the radio. Good stuff, says Brian. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Very touched by you all. Aaron's off to sleep. We'll play his other tune that Red wanted to hear a little bit later on in tonight's program. Elizabeth, first of all, how are you tonight, and how have you been enjoying our first hour of Night of Hope so far in this Giving special?
Everything's just been great. It's turned out well from what I could tell on my phone. And just seeing a whole community like this come together each and every single time has been a blessing. Just seeing the people who have a part in this or have taken part or involved somehow, it's just a blessing. And Joe, thank you for what you do. Thank you, CMS Ministry team, for what you do. None of this without the viewers and the people who are involved in the community or take part in the community. None of this would not happen if it wouldn't be for you and the ministry team, and for all the community members out there watching on YouTube or on Facebook. So thank you guys for what you do. It's a blessing each time when I am able to log the music for the Night of Hope specials. the music hangouts. So just keep sharing God's word, keep sharing Hope through worship, keep being the way you guys are. And Joe, thank you again for what you do, because it's just a blessing to be here, a blessing to be a part of a ministry that I've called home for the past 2 years and been able to take part and be involved in. So thank you.
Well, you are very welcome, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here with us for Night of Hope tonight. Lots of great stuff on the way. We're going to get her viewpoint on just looking back at some of the songs we have played so far here in just a little bit right now. Here is Mr. Tom Taylor right now, the lyric video of The Law of the Spirit of Life. Tom Taylor right now here. As we continue Night of Hope 29, giving thanks is return hope through worship. That is Mr. Tom Taylor right here on Night of Hope. Great song and awesome encouragement, says Lisa. Thank you for submitting your lyric video a little earlier on tonight's show. Awesome video. Love the message and the overall recording. Yes, indeed. My favorite of his besides Masterpiece. Yes, indeed. Tom's driving to Alabama for a video award show. Yes, indeed. All is well in the world, and Elizabeth and Joe team up on a Night of Hope. Well, yes, here we are again. Yes, indeed. That's Tom Taylor right here on Night of Hope 29 Give Thanks Live. What'd you think about that one, Elizabeth?
So good. Just the lyrics, just the music of it, from what I got to hear off camera and everything. Just so great, and knowing that the songs these artists write and how far they come in their journey with God has been a blessing in itself. And it's just wonderful to know that God's got every artist right where they are needed. And earlier when I saw the music video, the official music video air on Night of Hope tonight for Cat's song Pass Me By, that released a while ago, to everybody, I cannot be more proud of Kat and what she has accomplished over these past few years with being with the Night of Hope series, because Kat's been a soul sister, Kat's been a friend, Kat's been family to me. I am thankful that I'm a viewer consultant with her, and this song tonight was just one of those songs that was a blessing that just played, and every single time one of these Night of Hope specials comes up, it cannot be far more than a blessing than to know that God's bringing a community like this and a family like this together, to know that we are all one with Him.
Any particular favorites that stand out for you tonight here on the Night of Hope, or if you enjoyed just about all of them tonight?
It's hard for me to pick a favorite, because if I tried to pick a favorite right now, I don't want to disappoint an artist that might be watching this, asking why I didn't pick their song as a favorite. So my answer for that is going to be that I've enjoyed all of them, because it is very hard to pick a favorite. Yes, I have some favorites that I love each and every single time out from these Night of Hope specials, but every song from every past Night of Hope special to now has been a favorite of mine, and it's hard to choose just one favorite. You have to choose them all in some way or another, because if you don't, it's just one of those things where you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but you also want to make sure that the people watching also know that their songs are valued and making a difference.
Yes, indeed. Scott says, so well expressed, Elizabeth, the tender and sweetheart and soul encouragement just flows from you. Yes, indeed. Now we've got a tune that Lisa sent over. Our next song here from Dave Pettigrew. This is one he recorded a number of years ago, but when Dave said, yeah, go ahead and have him feature just kind of whatever different stuff he wants, Lisa had an idea to feature this one tonight. It's a kind of acoustic piano recording of Even If Not, piano vocal performance from Dave Pettigrew right now here on Night of Hope as we're giving thanks through worship tonight.
I know my God will rescue me. I know my God will come and save the day. But even if not, even if not, even if not, I will worship you tonight. grace to guide me through the pain. Tonight, my skin burns like a fire on me. My soul shrinks back from the flame. I just can't fight. Although my heart grows faint, Lord, I'll find the strength to say, I know my God will rescue me. I know my God will come and save the day. But even if not, even if not, even if not, I will worship you tonight. My faith seems small and weak, Lord. Everything around us fades away in your light. So come restore our hearts, Lord. Restore our lives, renew us every day with your light. And when our hearts grow faint, Lord, we'll find the strength to say, we know our God will rescue us. We know our God will come and save the day. But even if not, even if not, even if not, I will worship you tonight. Even if we're thrown into the fire, even if the flames burn even brighter, we will stand covered in the ashes of despair. We will stand singing praises, even when it feels like you're not there. 'Cause we know our God will rescue us. We know our God will come and save the day. But even if not, even if not, even if not, I will worship you. We know our God will rescue us. We know our God will come and save the day. But even if not, even if not, even if not, I will worship you tonight.
That is Dave Pettigrew. Even if not, here on the Night of Hope 29. One of my favorite Christian singers, as is a lot. We have a lot of Pettigrew pieces, I'm sure, on here. I'm not terribly surprised. Anyway, my face seems small and weak, Lord. Everything fades away in your light. Scott says, this song brings me to that secret place that the Holy Spirit surrender to his love and joy. Amen, says Lisa. Fencer Margaret. Brian says he has to go now for a little bit. Thanks for all of this. Jesus, yes, amen. Good stuff there. How did you... Now, you said something a second ago when we were off camera that you said you actually liked this song there that he did.
I did.
What is it about this particular song that you enjoyed?
Katie, I know that you and I have gone back and forth between the whole Dave thing of me not
No.
liking his songs and maybe secretly liking his songs. Well, you'd be right that I like his music because I've hummed and sang along to them a couple times during music hangouts. But yes, I know that was a lie. If I can't take it back, but it's okay. What I like about this song though is the words of it and just the melody when he was playing the piano, because it's a reminder for me, even during this Thanksgiving season, the holiday season for Christmas coming up later, that no matter where we are and no matter what we're doing, there's only one thing that is remaining every single time out through these Night of Hope specials, the music hangouts, anything. What always remains is God and his love, because God is love. And because God is love, we don't have to worry, we don't have to be afraid. We can rest in his peace, rest in his arms, and knowing that whatever has troubled us, we can let it go and we can just know that he's handling it and handling it to the best of his ability every single time out. And whenever I'm a part of this ministry or Reds or Outreach or not, it just reminds me of why God brought me to your guys' ministry in the first place, why he's brought me to Soldiers for Faith in the first place, and what he's having me do to be involved with each ministry every single time out. And so this song does mean that for me, and I hope it means something for someone else out there too.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for all the kind words there. You bet there's a lot of groupies here tonight. Lisa Trissy, James, you missed DP, and he's like, nope, I've got it on the church system. Thank you for doing that, James. Always appreciate you being here. I'm setting up for Thanksgiving lunch dinner. I'm assuming for the weekend, not for a week from now, because that would be a little early. And the food might go bad. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, amen. Thank you for ministering, Elizabeth. Thank you, Lisa, for everything that you do. Thank you for your support. It was a privilege playing your newest lyric video done by Nutspire Music earlier on in the program. I love his music and his voice. He is such a wonderful worship artist indeed. Speaking of wonderful worship artists, we have a flashback to Night of Hope Give Thanks a couple of years ago with the legendary Brian Dirksen coming up here in just a few minutes. Right now, we continue the new portion of Night of Hope with the latest lyric video from Gems of Grace. I believe they're performing tonight on Red's Room at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, so they'll be on there tonight. Right now, here is their lyric video to I Am With You, Chris Pick. Our flashbacks and more continue next as Night of Hope 29 rolls on.
Do not fear, for I am with you. Don't be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, help you, uphold you with my righteous right hand. Do not fear, I am with you. Don't be dismayed, I am your God. I will strengthen you, help you, uphold you with my righteous right hand. With my righteous right hand. I have redeemed you. I've called you by name. You are mine. When you pass through the water, I will be with you. The rivers will not overflow you. Do not fear, I am with you. Don't be dismayed, I am your God. will strengthen you, help you, uphold you with my righteous right hand. With my righteous right hand. When you walk through the fire, you won't be burned, won't be burned. When you walk through the flames, it will not scorch you. For I am the Lord your God. Do not fear, for I am with you. Don't be dismayed, I am your God. I will strengthen you, help you, uphold you with my righteous right hand. When it feels so dry and cold, you are my daughter and you are my son. Oh, I am the place for you when it feels so dry and cold. You are my daughter and you are my son. Do not fear, for I am with you. Don't be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, help you, uphold you with my righteous right hand. With my righteous right hand.
Gems of Grace there out of Texas there. I am with you. Hopefully a song that brings you all just hope and encouragement tonight, that no matter what you go through, no matter what fears and struggles and unknowns that exist in your life, no matter what you are embarking on, that He is with you. Yes, Regina and Cassie, so glad to them. Scott says, CMS and being on Night of Hope has been instrumental in encouraging me to continue to seek God's heart in worship and be sensitive to His voice when... Uh-oh. Did we lose Elizabeth there? What happened here? Uh-oh. Elizabeth? I don't know what happened. We'll have to get her back on here in a second. Hi. Welcome back.
Hi, I don't really know what
I
happened.
don't know
there.
either. Scott says, CMS and being on Night of Hope has been instrumental in encouraging me to continue to seek God's heart in worship and be sensitive to His voice when downloading lyrics and music for His purposes and ministry of the season. God never wastes a moment, whether in life or in worship, knowing exactly what we need. Oh, you guys. Oh, my word. Oh, thank you. I'll tell you what, though, guys, tonight. It was a tiny bit of a rough viewership day yesterday, and so hearing all of this encouragement about what CMS has meant to a number of you guys, both viewers and artists alike, I'll tell you, it probably maybe shouldn't as much as it does, but I can't tell you how much it means tonight to be able to hear a lot of that tonight. And I'll tell you what as well. You definitely don't get into... I'll tell you something. You don't get into ministry for any pats on the back or any attaboys or anything like that. And I certainly don't do it for any of those reasons at all. All right. But you always want to know that what you're doing and what you're a part of is making a difference and leaving an impact. And that what you're leading and what you're involved in is something that's bigger than you. It's making impact and changing hearts and changing lives and all of those sorts of things. And to see not all the times you're so focused on cranking out and putting things out, and so focused during the week of promotion and production, and just going through just emotions of continually cranking content out, that sometimes you don't stop and see and tangibly see and know the impact that programming is having around you. So when you hear stories like that, it's all the more humbling, it's all the more encouraging. Thank you to everyone there. Love all of you who have continued to support CMS over the years and keeping it going strong and growing. Yes, Red, keep Cassie from that band. She isn't able to play tonight for Redstone because Cassie and her husband are both sick. We're definitely praying for both of them tonight. We'll definitely pray, says Lisa. Yes, prayers up indeed there, Josh. Josh Schneider, of course, we have another piece of video from him on his thoughts on Thanksgiving coming up that he sent over in just a few minutes. Are you looking forward to that there, Elizabeth?
Yeah, I am. And one of the things I found really interesting, too, with how long Josh Schneider has been with the Night of Hope series is the fact that I was looking back yesterday to see how long it's been for some of these artists, and I found out from yesterday that it had been since Night of Hope 14 since Josh Schneider had actually joined in on the Night of Hope series. So for him to be back again tonight with Night of Hope 29 after last being on a Night of Hope series since Night of Hope 14, it's amazing just to see some of the people who return to the Night of Hope series and just to see how far they've come in each of their journeys.
Yes, it is awesome in that regard. Oh, Scott, jeez. Thank you, Joe, for your faithfulness and steadfast resolve to persevere through anything and everything to fulfill your calling to bring the hope of God through music and lyrics. It is awesome to be able to feature so many different artists and so many different talents, some of whom I'm like, I'm so used to the industry saying no. I get told all the time I'm so used to just red tape in the industry. I'm not trying to say that mainstream, they're doing great work in their own way. They are. But, the top parts of the business, they feature maybe handpicked 10 to 20 different artists that they get behind. And you hear those folks on radio, and that's to a degree about it. Whereas we have the liberty through the radio network and through our platform here to feature artists that, because they can't break through that ceiling, but they're still so incredibly talented in their own right. There's more talent out there than mainstream radio even has time for. We can feature those people and those talent right here as one of those places that can serve as a next tier down place where people can go to have their talents and their gifts featured, and to give them a place nationally and internationally to do that, and to be able to say yes to them, and without the red tape, because everyone is welcome here. And if you've got a story or a testimony to share, we love to feature it right here. And we're going to go back. We're going to have another message from Josh Schneider coming up in just a little bit. Plus, Chris Pick will join us. We'll have another message from Aaron Von Graham via song, a Striper cover, Chris Jensen. Plus, we'll have a song from Cindy tonight as well, a little bit later on, and a lot of other great stuff. Their no is your yes, and your yes is our yes, and our yes, which can transform hearts and souls.
And another thing that's amazing throughout all of that is the fact that everything what each viewer, each artist is saying tonight in the comments, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook tonight, it's all true in what they're saying. Because I don't know if you remember this or not, but when I first came to CMS, when I first joined, which it's hard to believe it's still been 2 years, coming up on 3. But when I first joined, if you remember correctly, I didn't know if I belonged here. I didn't know if I had a place here. I didn't know if I should be here with everyone that I met during that time period. But it was you, it was Katie, it was Kat, it was April, whoever, Denise, whoever else was. It was a lot of you guys that showed me, that helped me to see that I belonged here, that I do belong here, that I do have a place here, that what I'm doing with being involved and taking part and being a part matters, because without any of that, who knows where I would have been from the time that I joined. But being here now, I haven't looked back. I have not looked back since then. And that's the great thing about that. And you mentioned how Josh Schneider's gonna be having something else coming up pretty soon throughout the program, but I was looking back while you were speaking and listening to what you were saying, and everything you said has been true as well, right from the heart of God. And I was looking to see when you last did an interview with Josh Schneider, and it was June 4 of 2021. And Josh Schneider's last time that he took part in a Night of Hope series was Night of Hope 14 up until tonight. But just seeing all of that come full circle, come together for God's purpose, God's timing, is a blessing. And just like I spoke on my study this past Wednesday about blessings, and how just in that song, the theme song of this show says, "For all the blessings that you bring, you're the only song I ever want to sing." That song remains true to this day, remains true tonight, and it's just, it's impactful. And I thank you and the ministry team for giving me that home and for telling me that I will always have a home here for as long as you are around, because I haven't looked back at that moment since, and it's been home to me ever since.
Thank you very much for that, Elizabeth, as always there. Yes, thank you, Red, for your ministry. Yes, I know you are the queen of the looking back and finding stuff. Well, you kind of are. There's a reason why you and Kat are archivists around here, as you even bring up. Now, I have a pretty decent memory. I really do, especially since I've been leading this and literally producing and editing. And I'm literally not trying to minute. I've literally produced and had my hands on every single episode, nearly 1,100 of these since we began. So if anybody who knows anything about what goes on here, usually I do, because I've had my hands on every single one of these episodes, and nearly edited every piece of content since. But I'll tell you who next to me knows a lot about this. It's you over there, because you bring up stuff that I forget sometimes. My goodness. What a wonderful, miraculous testimony, Elizabeth. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Joseph and Red and CMS and Elizabeth, for giving us a place to play the songs the Lord has given. It's not easy, and many times it involves sacrifice. God bless you. Well, God bless you, too. Lisa, thank you for entrusting us with your music and your talent as well. We love you, Elizabeth. Yes, we do around here. Flashback time. Here we go. Before we get into some more new music, this is back from Night of Hope 7 2 years ago. We did a interview with the legend that was on our kickoff show. You can go back and watch that if you want and if you can. We featured a song from his. He did, of course, a number of songs that we sing and know in church. Come Now Is the Time to Worship, and a bunch of others. Light the Fire Again. You remember that one? Fantastic tune that we played on the radio as well. This was one of his latest that he sent over. He did this recording specifically for us. A legend in the business, and he's only 3 hours north of me in Vancouver, British Columbia. Here is one of our poignant moments in Night of Hope, number 7, Give Thanks, from 2 years ago. A flashback time. Brian Dirksen In the Middle, Your Peace. New music from Chris Pick and Aaron Von Graham and more coming up next.
Hope. I've got a number of songs of hope that are literally about that and use the word like Hope of the Nations. But as I was thinking about this event, the song that actually comes to mind that I want to share doesn't use the word hope. But it's about the struggle that a season like this is for us, and what we find solace or strength in the middle of it. It's a co-write with a dear friend named Cindy Rethmeyer from the LA, Southern California area. We've been friends for almost 30 years, and last year we had the privilege of writing this song and almost finishing it, and then the whole COVID-19 thing started, and we got on the phone to each other and we said it's time to finish and record that song. So we did that. We had an amazing chance to record this with a producer in LA named Bobby Hartree, mixed by a guy named Brian Cook, and it was the opening single for my 2020 EP called Everlasting Arms. Anyway, I wanted to share the acoustic simple version of that with you today, and just to say, to hold on, to be encouraged. We're going to make it through this together. We're all going through it together. So here's In the Middle, Your Peace. Your peace, your peace, in the middle of this loss, uninvited suffering. Your peace, in the middle of this loss, uninvited suffering. Your peace. Oh, yeah. Oh, your peace. In the middle of this fear, this not knowing what comes next. Your peace. In the middle of this fear, this not knowing what comes next. Your peace. I may be feeling crushed and confused, but I'm trusting you're here with me. I may be feeling crushed and confused, but I'm trusting you're here with me. In the middle of this change, I rely on what remains. Your peace. In the middle of this change, I rely on what remains. Your peace. Your peace. Your peace. Oh. I may be feeling crushed and confused, but I'm trusting you're here with me. In the middle of this heartbreaking news, you are here, you'll never leave. In the middle of this loss, uninvited suffering. Your peace. In the middle of this fear, this not knowing what comes next, your peace. In the middle of this change, I rely on what remains, your peace.
Ryan Dirksen, In the Middle, Your Peace, one of our many just worshipful, just impactful moments of Night of Hope 7 from 2 years ago as our flashback, Night of Hope Give Thanks flashback. Lots of songs and memories being made tonight as well. That tune gets me every time because in a season of transition for all of us, it's hard to lean, it was easy to lean back on what's comfortable, on our fears, our anxieties, our worries, the unknowns, and have all of that hold us back from desiring to get to our potential and fulfill some of the things in our hearts. But God is reminding us to push through all that, to push through all those fears, to push through all those unknowns. And in the middle, you find His peace. And sometimes it's hard to grasp His peace when you're going through the middle of a storm. And sometimes we can't find His peace because we're not doing what we're supposed to do. Sometimes you can't find His peace because there's unrest. But you were saying something about the lyric, not knowing what comes next.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, during that song break there.
Yeah, so I was saying that the lyric reminds me each and every time of not knowing what comes next part of that. It reminds me each and every single time that we don't have to know what comes next because God's got that plan in place to let us not worry about what is coming next because He'll let us know in His timing. And as I was telling Joe off camera, that there's a reason why I feel this song means a lot to me because this was the first song that I heard on Night of Hope 7. It was one of the first times that I even took part in the first Give Thanks special 2 years ago, coming up actually on the anniversary Monday, November 21st, 2020, to now. It's coming up on its anniversary for Night of Hope 7, but just hearing that song again tonight is a reminder to me of what I'll never forget, hearing what Joe said and what Joe told a lot of us even after that it was something that God had showed him why He does not give up on these series, why He does not give up on the ministry He has started and created, or with the music hangouts, because God showed him on Night of Hope 7, right when Joe thought he was going to be done with the Night of Hope series, right when he thought he was going to be done with the ministry, not do any more of any of it, God showed him, no, you're not finished yet. You're not giving up yet. I have so much more in store for you. This is what you're supposed to be doing. This is what I want you to do. And so to see that come back full circle on an anniversary date on Monday, but also tonight, it's just so encouraging, such a blessing. The radio show, the radio network, the podcast, every single thing that has come into place ever since CMS has started to, when a lot of us joined and a lot of us got involved and a lot of us took part, there wouldn't be this right now if none of us came together as a family and how none of us would be here if it wasn't for God getting us here to where we need to be. And so, right at the end, I know the story well enough that Joe was really wondering if he should do more of these, if he should continue doing CMS and everything, but God told him, look around you, look at why you're doing this.
Before we get to Josh Snyder, I'll quickly tell the story real quick of what exactly happened. At the beginning of 2020, we had we were hitting our 13th year on the air. We're starting our 13th year on the air. Our contracts had kind of just been renewed, but it was in large part when COVID, started raging on. A lot of our summer programming had just off the face of the earth canceled, leaving us a large. Festivals to that point were a big part of our summer and fall programming coming up, and weren't going to have any of that. And projects have stalled. The country is coming to a stop, and I was right at the beginning stages, as some of you well know, of a separation and divorce at the time, and so it was at a big crossroads in my life, and I just didn't know. All right, and I told God at the beginning of 2020, I was like, is this time? Is this time for CMS to end? Has it run its course? Has it done its thing? Has it lived its life? And he loudly as anything he's ever said to me, he said, no, it's not done yet. Okay, well, my next thought was, well, I could just coast it, take it easy, have a light year in programming, just let it go on coast. Whenever this pandemic thing comes, slows down, let's hit it harder in 21. And once again, Lord shut that down, immediately said, no, you're not. Okay, well, then you're going to have to figure out a way a way forward for this. And not long after the Night of Hope series came into being, only supposed to be one-off special in March, just to give people some encouragement. And then the Night of Hope, first one we did, I opened my mouth towards the end of the show and say, if you want to see more of these, just let us know. Half a dozen artists that took part in that, plus more, came the next morning in my inbox and says, yes, count us in whenever the date is. We did our second one on Memorial Day, and things just slowly began to steamroll from there. And we started doing the music hangouts. Shortly after, I think it was Night of Hope 2, I think somewhere in there we started doing the music hangouts. There was a lot going on in the country at the time, a lot of protesting, a lot of stuff going on. Or I just came on the air one night and said, you know what? I'm coming on the air to spend time in community, to do something that brings people together, to do something that says, we're going to play some music, we're going to calm people's hearts, we're going to calm people's spirits, and we are going to spend time coming together, all of us, because we need that tonight. And again, it was only supposed to be for a period of time until those weren't supposed to stick around. But our community spoke up loudly when they were on the verge of stop and said, no, don't you dare. We need this. 3 times a week it happens, where it is a foundational piece of what we do. Night of Hope is now a foundational piece of what we do, where it has served as the springboard to everything else that has happened. And you were right, Elizabeth. At the end of 2020, the best was still ahead of us. At the end of Night of Hope 7, Give Thanks, it was a 5-hour spectacular. It wasn't supposed to go 5 hours, but people were eating it up. It was one of those worshipful nights that nobody wanted to see end. It was one of those nights producing, as I'm watching it unfold and watching the encouragements unfold, that I would never forget producing. And we're already running late, and I'm getting towards the end of the show, and I'm still just getting confirmation after confirmation that, yes, this Night of Hope series needs to stick around. I was thinking, is it coming to an end? And he says, no, it's just beginning. Here we are, 29 of them later. And he says towards the end of the show, he's like, cue up this song. I'm like, okay, we're already running long. Why? I've already asked for delays from my production team twice. What are we doing? He has queued up this song. It was the first song ever submitted for Night of Hope. And he told me when I got it, I was supposed to close the show with Brandon B. We played it the other night. Brandon B. We Are One. And as I'm playing this song, he goes, "Look around you." I go, "Why? What?" He goes, "Do you remember at the beginning of this year when you asked me if you could quit?" I'm like, "Yeah." Granted, I'm still in producer mode. I'm still hosting. This is all in the background. I said, "Yeah." He says, "You remember I told you?" "No." I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "This in front of you, how much it's grown and continues to, this is the reason why. It has grown." I remember him saying the words to me, "Your labor of love has grown before and matured before your very eyes. It has grown into something way further than you ever thought it could in the 13 years you've been doing this. In this last year, I have created this platform for a time such as this. That is why I told you not to quit." And ever since then, that one decision has paid dividends because of this community, because of the hundreds of artists that have been featured. I mean, look at this year alone on our Hangout shows. We played 1,500 songs, 585 different songs. Radio network on the air since then. Podcasts on the air since then. All those things have happened since that 2 years ago mark. So, you all are amazing. Hope you all didn't mind me sharing a little bit of that, because Give Thanks means a lot to me as well, because 2 years ago was a blatant reminder of why we do what we do. And this has turned into one of our bigger events of the year, Give Thanks. This year it's in two parts. One was a live aspect of it. The other is a traditional submission aspect of it. So Give Thanks continues to be one of... Lisa goes, "Night of Soap is a foundation too." CJ says, "Love the feed on YouTube." You are amazing. Oh, thank you. Is that Chris Jensen out there? No, Joe, you're amazing. Well, thank you, Chris. I'm very appreciative for, if that is Chris out there, let me tell you, I'm really appreciative of your friendship and your support. He has turned into one of my bigger male friends that I've had over the last number of years. I am grateful for that dude right there. 29 reasons God's destiny prevailed and blossomed. Y'all are going to get to me again. Growing now exponentially. Thank you all for keeping this train running. Yes, it's me. I figured, I was like, CJ. I'm like, CJ. Who in the heck is CJ? Yeah, there is a little window into just what this night and what the last couple of years has meant to Sam. But we're going to keep the new music going, of course. We're going to be with you for at least the next half hour playing some new music. We got Cindy on the way with some music. We've also got another song from Aaron Von Graham. It's a Striper cover, Mr. Chris. We'll have that for you. Yes, we'll have that for you in just a few minutes. Right now, here is another word from Josh Snyder. It's the truth about Thanksgiving. Here he is. Another word from Josh Snyder, who kicked off our program today. Take it away there, Josh.
Hey, what's up? My name is Josh Snyder. I am a child of God, a husband, a father of two amazing children, a preacher of the Word of God, a music artist, an entrepreneur, and probably a few other things that I'm not thinking of right now. But I wanted to hop on here really quickly and just put out a few words in this season of intentional thankfulness. I believe that every time of the year, all throughout the year, we should come back to seasons of intentional thankfulness. Some people throw stones at holidays like Thanksgiving, for example, because they say, well, you should be thankful all year round. And that is true, but be that as it may, we are all human beings. And for some reason, we can't seem to get it and stick with it every single day throughout the entire year. I am all for seasons of thankfulness because truly it is in these times that we renew and resolve some things that we let drop by the wayside. I look around my life and I see what I call the fingerprints of God everywhere. From God calling us to move across the United States to where we now live over here by Atlanta, Georgia, to God opening doors and closing doors as He sees fit in this whole journey, I can't help but look around and say, I am blessed and I am thankful. The Word of God says, in everything, give thanks. It doesn't say, for everything, give thanks. Which leads me to believe that not everything that happens to me or my family or my little music group or ministry, not everything that happens is going to be easy to go through. Not everything that I walk through is going to be something that I'm going to say, thank you, God, for this trial. So let me just look to you. If you're going through something right now that you wish that you could change, let me affirm to you, let me encourage you, if you know that God has called you to walk through this, or if you know that God is right there in the middle of that storm, understand that there is a shaping that is coming out of this, that you will look back, and maybe even you can stand right where you're at now, spiritually speaking, and give God thanks, or look back years from now and realize that God did so much more through the trial and through the storms of life to shape your testimony, to shape who He's called you to be, and to create in you patience and hope that can endure the test of time. When you're walking through something that you wouldn't choose, understand that many times, if you're in the will of God, you're going to look back and say, I would not choose this, but I would not change it. The storms will come in this life, but the difference between the storms that I'm going through and the storms that the world outside of Christ goes through is that I have the master of the storm in my boat. You have the master of the storm in your boat. Understand that when He sees fit, He can stand up and say, peace, be still. But until that moment, praise Him in the storm. Thank Him for the trials that are producing patience. Thank you for the patience that is being produced in this time. And thank God for those things that you have, whether they be physical, whether they be spiritual or mental. Thank God for the friends and family that He gives us and He has given us. All I want to do with my life is live it to say thank you every single day. Let's give God our thanks, even in the storms and through everything that He lets us go through, starting today. Love y'all.
Thank you, Josh, for that word of thanksgiving. Here tonight on Night of Hope, we got music from Aaron Von Graham. It's a Striper cover, Chris. We'll have that for you in moments right now. We've played this one before, but it's she didn't have a chance to do a new submission, but she wanted to share this with you tonight. It is Cindy. She wanted to share this one with you tonight. It is God's Coloring Book. It's a Dolly Parton cover. Here's Cindy now, right here on the Night of Hope 29. Give thanks as we're sharing hope through worship tonight.
Days I was walking in a field just down the way. I sat down on a fallen log to pass the time away. And as I look around me, the more that I did look, the more I realized that I was viewing God's coloring book. I saw a golden ray of sunlight and a silver drop of dew. A soft white floating cloud sailing across the sky of blue. Yellow dandelion, pretty evergreen, and some red and orange flowers growing wild along the stream. The more I look around me, the more that I do look, the more I realize that I was viewing God's coloring book. Grain of sand in an old man's hair and the pink in baby's cheeks. The blackness in the stormy sky and the brown and fallen leaves. The multicolored rainbow stretched across the sky and the purple haze at sunset just before the night. The more I look around me, the more that I do
God's Coloring Book, a Dolly Parton cover done by Cindy there. Bringing out the emotions for Lisa there. I need a grandchild here to hug. Well, I need some hugs too, Lisa. I don't have any grandkids, but I have a dog. Does that count? He's looking at me over there like, don't I count? It's literally the look he's shooting me right now. Don't I count? Yes, you do count, Blue. Yeah, I'm telling you, he hears what I say, and he has a personality. Because I'm telling you, he knows how to communicate with his facial expressions. I'm still saying you taught him to side stare. I'm still saying he.
I think I admitted it a couple of times, maybe on one that I announced that I admitted that I did teach him that. So I take full responsibility.
Good, as I thought you would. Great song, says Bianca. Yes, great job there, Josh. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy, for allowing us to play your God's Coloring Book cover, and thank you for your submissions to the Night of Hope series. Right now, Chris, if you're still watching, here we go. Here's Aaron Von Graham with a Striper cover, as previously announced. We have Chris Pick, Anna Duvek, and more as we bring this thing to a close here in just a little bit. Here is his tune, guitar cover of Always There For You. It's a Striper cover. This is one of his that Red wanted to hear that Aaron just recently did, because Aaron said, look, play a couple of my new tunes if you want. And this is one of the ones that Red wanted to hear. Here it is. Chris, I'm sure you appreciate this. Here we go. Striper cover. Night of Hope 29. Give thanks.
Love can be so cold. Loneliness gets old. More than words of broken promises. I want to show you what true love is. I'm always there for you. I'll always stand by you. When the world has closed the door and you can't go on anymore, I'll always there for you. You've been hurt before. You don't want anymore. There's a better way for you. Believe in me, I'll see you through. I'm always there for you. I'll always stand by you. When the world has closed the door and you can't go on anymore, I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you. I'll always stand by you. when the world has closed the door and you can't go on anymore. I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you.
Well, if that's the case, I think Aaron and Chris Jensen have something in common in the fact that I think that's both of their favorite bands. Yes. Lisa says Aaron Vaughn's favorite band is Striper, yes. Red says this was just put on YouTube today, so there you go. You guys are among the first ones, unless you're subscribers, to see it. Chris, watching on YouTube, says love, always there for you. Glad you enjoyed that, as I thought you probably would there, Chris. Yes. Great stuff there. Always appreciate Chris and the band Face Road's support over the years. Now, of course, one of their tunes, among a bunch of others, maybe on our top 25, 30, whatever we decide on. Countdown here, about a month away. We're getting close to the end of the tallies for it. And are you excited for that? To showcase some of the top songs that have been played over the, 585 different ones that we've played and over the 1,500 songs we played this year.
I am very excited. Like I've told you when we've been doing it, even when we're not on a CMS Music Hangout or whatever else is going on, like I've told you before, it's one of my favorite things, I think, whenever it comes time to do it. Because for me, it's like a Christmas gift that is one of my favorite things to do all in one. Because, one, I get to help with it. I help. And just being a co-executive producer on it and putting it together with you, to seeing how many songs there have been over the course of the year, seeing just every single bit of that, and then helping co-host with it and announcing some of these songs with you on air, it brings me a lot of joy. It really does. Because it's one of my favorite things, and a lot of the time when this sort of thing comes around, and I mentioned how I'm going to be working on it with you and everything else, my parents are like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm going to be doing tally. And, like, they don't hear the end of it for a while. My parents don't. They're like, now what are you doing? I'm
Hey,
like,
well, at
oh,
least we
tally.
started earlier this year, and we're up to date pretty much. We're fairly current on it. We only have about 2 more hangouts officially to go. That's about it, folks. Sunday, Monday, and then we're about done with the hangout. Why? Because by the time we join you again, Thursday or Friday, we haven't decided on it if we're doing a Thanksgiving night hangout yet, or if we're doing a day after hangout in replace of it. We alter our schedule a little bit. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week are all options. Let me know, folks, which night you would prefer to do a hangout, or nights, because we're going to start to introduce some Christmas music into the fray. And so that's going to take over a lot of it. We're going to feature a lot of different Christmas submissions. Of course, we have the Christmas Night of Hope in December 9th probably is when that will launch. So, but Sunday, Monday are the last 2 before Thanksgiving, and this is where we will have our guests solidified. Now, Red said, of course, end of the year next year, you can finally have enough videos to do a top 10 bathroom session. He might be saying it could be an all new countdown in of itself. I will tell you though, Red, I will tell you that for counting purposes this year, there are some BR sessions that are mixed in potentially with the countdown this year that may have made it. You never know. Now, Chris is guessing which one of his made it. He says probably All My Days. Lisa says, well, probably Logan's bathroom session. Both are viable guesses, but you see Elizabeth and I both going, it's because, well, we aren't really saying anything until
You're gonna have to tune in
until the show airs. Because what would be the fun in that if we just said
You
it
gotta
all right
tune in
here
to
and
find
then,
out. Just
and then you
like
don't
how,
watch?
just like how Joe announces who's going to be on Night of Hope, but doesn't announce for the Night of Soap. You're just going to have to tune in for the countdown show.
If we gave away all our secrets now, I mean, what would be the point of tuning in?
You wouldn't be able to find out what made it or not, so you gotta tune in.
Scott says, "Oh, Night of Soap countdown. That would be a splashing success." Red.
Don't tempt it.
Oh, too late for that. These people don't.
No, but,
these people
I
do
did
not
see-
need much encouraging at all. Haven't you learned that by now? Right now,
Oh.
here is a tune from our community. Do you remember several Night of Hopes ago? I don't remember offhand which one it was. I'm sure you're probably going to remind me here in a number of seconds. But Josh, before we get there, Josh sent in a little couple-second video. Of course, we started out tonight's show the same way we did Night of Hope 28 by a couple of just video intros of thanks. You saw Elizabeth on there, you saw Denise on there, you saw Lisa on there, of just what CMS and what Night of Hope has meant to them in this Thanksgiving special. Here's Josh. He wanted to commemorate a little something about how he found CMS. Take a look.
How I got into Christmas Spotlight is because of Cat Stewart from Night of Hope 3. And I'm proud to call this my family.
Well, we are proud to have you in our family as well there, Josh. Thank you so much for being here with us. Now, of course, songs from the community, right? I don't remember what Night of Hope it was offhand, but I'm sure Liz was probably going to tell me, being the archivist that she is. She has submitted a second instrumental original tune. Now, for those of you who do not know, she's and I don't think she has any problems because a lot of us in our community know this, she's blind. So the fact that she can play piano this stinking well, way better than I ever could if I just sat down and touched it, says just something extraordinary about the piano talent, because this is all like original stuff too that she comes up with. I mean, crazy stuff, right? This one's called A Special Friend. This one, like the last one, was videotaped by TJ McCormick and recorded right here and sent over to us. They both wanted us to be able to view this tonight. So here it is, Bianca Mendoza with A Special Friend is what she calls this one. Right here on Night of Hope 29, giving thanks as we're sharing hope through worship. Music from Anna Dufek, Chris Pick, and more still to come tonight as we're winding our way towards the end of the night.
Hi, this is Bianca, and I'm gonna be playing a composition that I called A Very Special Friend.
That is Bianca Mendoza there, a special friend. Lisa says, Bianca, it's fantastic, and you're amazing. It is an awesome song. Good job, Bianca, says Red. Love it, Bianca, says Josh. And Elizabeth says, yeah, Bianca, so proud of what you do with your music. I'm proud of Clay friend. Thank you for being you. You give me a joy knowing that you have encouraged me too. Yes, indeed, vital part in this too. And it's such. Again, I'm still just kind of blown away with the piano talent, considering there are people who can't play the piano and they can see just fine. I'm one of those where I would love to learn piano, and probably might someday actually, and their guitar, because I know somebody in the area, a great musical teacher that has taught my children, who I might call upon to maybe teach me a few things someday. But if I can time my schedule, but she can't see, and that is absolutely amazing to just belt out an original like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? I'm like, that's crazy.
When
So-
when Bianca and I first started to talk on the phone and everything, she would play compositions for me of hers that she wrote, and I'd just be blown away. And the day that I was getting or coming back after getting my hands tested for neuropathy is when her and I were on the phone, and she started playing, and she said, "See if you can recognize the song." And I didn't recognize it at first. She played it again. She's like, "Well, see if you can recognize this now." It was Belovedness. That was the first time that I ever heard her play Belovedness for me. She did really well with it. I loved it.
Wow.
That got me inspired to play Belovedness, actually. And what inspired me to play it for you guys on a Hina once.
Mark Jagger is at a gig. He wants to know. You notice when you play his song. So yeah, here's what we've got coming up. We're gonna try to blow through some of these as fast as we can. We've got Mark Jagger's on the way. We've got Ben Sturgill on the way. We've also got a couple other songs we're gonna try to get to. We're not gonna try to roll over Red's Room too much. So if there's any that we missed, or there's any we can't get to, if there's any remaining, we're trying to get to as many as possible up to the top of the hour. But if for some reason we don't get to every one of them in time, we will try to use the rest of them on Sunday night, because we want to respect Red's time as well. Hey guys, gig starting soon. Ow! So I can't stay long. Ow! Mark! Ow! Hi there. Well, I will see if we can get some... we'll see if we can get your song here in just a second, actually. Yes, we'll see if we can get your song here in just a moment there, sir. I think this is from the Red's Room Live, actually. I'll see if I can get that queued up here in just a moment there, Mark, to play. Our band is playing at a recovery program. Yeah, I'll see if I can cue that up here in just a second. Right now, here is a great participant of Red's Room and of CMS. Great participant. Love featuring here on the program. Here she is with a tune. Her latest called I Belong to You. It's Anna Dufek right now from the Phoenix Southwest area here on Night of Hope 29. Give thanks.
I am on a slow decline. I have tried to hold what's mine, like grasping for the wind. Everything will fall apart. Someday stop this beating heart. I can't outrun the end. You say all my days were written down before one of them came to be. You have good plans for me, 'cause I belong to you.
let your whisper drown it out. You hold me in your hands. You lay down your life for me. Promises you make, you keep. So on your grace I stand. 'Cause you put so much beauty in a flower that will wither in just a day. I'll trust the things you say. 'Cause I belong to you. I belong to you. I belong to you. No matter what I do and all that I go through, I belong to you. Treasure in this jar of clay. Spirit, you will be my strength. You made my heart your home. Outwardly I waste away. You renew me day by day. Your mercy is my hope. 'Cause I belong to you. I belong to you. I belong to you. No matter what I do and all that I go through, I belong to you.
I belong to you, Anna Dufek, right here on the Music Hangout. Such a pretty submission. Thank you, Anna, for your support of our music series. She's like, yeah, I'm not sure when you got the next regular one coming up, but boom, here it is. And I said, well, funny you should mention that. Oh yeah, I'm coming up next week. So great to feature that. Great to feature all of her great music. I always love hosting her acoustic performances on Red's Room. She's got great testimony as well. Just appreciate not only her talents, but her thoughtfulness and her heart as well. Great stuff by Anna Dufek right here. Great song, says Bianca. And I'm telling you, next time I go through Phoenix, looking up Anna, I'm looking up Jeff, obviously, again, and a couple other ones, because I do need to visit my sister again in Phoenix. So there's a number of CMS artists down there. Anna being one, Jeff being another one. There's, who else? The Happy's Burger guy, Deadgummit. I can't remember his name. And Mark Jaggers. We've got, of course, Ben Sturgill. And we've also got Chris Pitt coming up. That's probably where we might end after that for the night, because we're going to be running short on time. We've been playing at this recovery program for about 10 years. This is our 32nd time playing here. Mark, thank you, sir. You and your years of service and your band's year of service, you all are fantastic. We start in 30 minutes. Music therapy for me. Well, here he is playing his music therapy. He wanted to share this one with you on the Night of Hope as his entrant. This one is very talented because it's a medley. It's a medley from Red's Room Live that he played back then with the whole band. Great stuff there. He sent the high quality tune for this one. We're going to play that for you here in just a moment. This one is the medley of Lover of My Soul, and the other one, which is, and I believe it's one, Mark, that we've played here on the show, Don't You Listen to the Devil, which it's actually been played a number of different times, and actually is one of the ones that is in the running for our top countdown this year. It is. So it's been played a number of different times. Otherwise referred to as the soup can guitar. And I'll remember when Mark, and I don't remember, now Bianca, of course, I'm being told, first played on Night of Hope 21, but I'll never forget the time Crimson Blues first played on here, because Do you remember a lot of people were like, I could listen to this stuff all day. People just loved it. I remember Chris Bruce and a couple others were like, yes, more of this, because it was a sound unlike we haven't had on our airwaves much on Night of Hope before, but it's a unique bluesy sound, but it gives total credit and total thanks to God. Fantastic stuff. Here is Crimson Blues right now. Don't You Listen to the Devil and Lover of My Soul right here. Medley for you from Mark Jagers right here on the Music Night of Hope 29. Give thanks for sharing hope to worship on this Friday night.
All right. I'm in the mood for a little bit of boogie blues. What do you say? Is that all right? All right. You're always by my side. You always got my back. You're there for me every time I'm taking flack. You help me find my way when I lost control. Jesus, you're the lover of my soul. You help me on my feet when I stumble and fall. You forgive me of my sin and that and all. You got a place to make when to take me home. Here we go. Jesus, you're the lover of my soul. How about that? How about Brother Vince Lopez on guitar? Yeah. All right. You know what? We got a special treat today. We got a special guest sitting in, our founding member from over 10 years ago, Brother Brad Marsh on guitar. Hi, brother. Hey, man. You want to mix it up with me for a minute, brother? Come on. Check it out. Come on. All right, listen here. You better pay attention. There will be a written exam. You got a brand new gig. and there's a place for me. So I can leave my past behind and be set free. You never let me down. It's not the way you roll. Here we go. Jesus, you're the lover of my soul. Oh. Don't stop, guys. I'm not done. I gotta try one more thing. Anybody having fun yet? All right. You guys are really good. Hang tight. Let me just try one thing. Indulge me here. Listen to the devil. The devil's gonna tell you lies. Listen to the devil. The devil's gonna tell you lies. The devil's gonna cheat you. He's gonna cut you down to size. He'll keep you happy for a while, boy. Then you're gonna feel the pain. He'll keep you happy for a while, boy. Then you're gonna feel the pain. He'll get you far away from Jesus and leave you standing in the rain.
There you go, Mark Jagers, Mississippi Slide himself, and Crimson Blues Band with a medley that he sent over from the Resurrection Live there of Lover of My Soul and Don't You Listen to the Devil. We played Don't You Listen to the Devil on here. Don't be surprised if that one shows up on the countdown somewhere by the time this year is all said and done. Otherwise known as a soup can guitar song. He's the only musician I know that plays such creative, inventive guitars seemingly in the same performance, back-to-back songs, going from what looked like a cigar box type guitar to a soup can guitar. That man is so talented, I can't even begin to put it into words. just not only musically, but just creatively with the guitars that he plays, for goodness sakes. Mark Jaggers, who is that amateur hack? Well, I wouldn't call him an amateur hack, but that dude is you, sir.
He definitely is not.
Thank you for sending that over. I would far from call you an amateur hack. That would be selling yourself incredibly short.
It is definitely not.
Yeah, exactly. Many prayers for you as well on tonight's recovery concert. Woo! Just crank Mark Mississippi slide up to feel it in the foundation. There you go. Some guy thinks a soup can will make a good guitar, said James. Yeah, we all do. We all think it makes a good guitar. We ask him to drag it out every once in a while just to hear it. That was so good, says Bianca. Yes, indeed. Night of Hope 29 is for giving thanks, sharing hope through worship tonight. Couple of songs left to go until we call it a night, including this one right here. This is the one that Chris Pick wanted to share with you all tonight. Actually, we'll have that with you in just a second here. Apparently, I need to go look at that. That one didn't quite load correctly, so let me go fix that real fast. We'll have that for you in just a couple minutes. Right now, here is a guy who has an incredible story as well. He just got recently diagnosed with ALS. Him and his team wanted to send this over to be able to feature tonight on Night of Hope. A great song for just a great time of year, any time of year. Benjamin Sturgill, here is a great tune. Hopefully we'll have a interview feature in coming weeks with Benjamin as well to be able to share his story and share his music. Here is his tune, Pray, right here, the video right here on Night of Hope 29 as we're giving thanks tonight.
Run this town. My eyes been seeing kinda hazy. These dark shadows all around. From LA to Music City, my friends been feeling this way too. Wake me up if it isn't true. If it is, my God, the only thing I know to do. Say they have the answers. History shows that they divide. No disrespect to politicians, but show me one that doesn't lie. My eyes on fire with laser focus, seeing the magic in the air. Please forgive me if I come off wrong. Not my intentions, just seeking for truth. Wake me up if this isn't true. If it is, my God, the only thing I know to do. Pray, oh Lord, praying for some answers. Pray, oh Lord, like a boy on my knees. Pray for the love of a Savior. My soul can find peace, gratitude before my feet hit the floor. I'm alive, I can't ignore. Breathing in this oxygen into my lungs. Gratitude, the sun is rising up again. I touch my face, is that my skin? My heart is beating like a drum to my favorite song. Hey, oh Lord, begging for some answers. Hey, soul can find peace. I need your peace, oh Lord, praying for some answers. Baby, oh Lord, like a boy on my knees. Help me, for the love of a Savior. Help me, oh Lord, that my soul can find peace.
Great tune from Benjamin Sturgill there. Pray. Yeah, like I said, I heard a little bit of his testimony from his team. We're going to try to feature it here soon on CMS. Ben has ALS, wrote this right after his diagnosis at Vanderbilt. What a song, what a perspective to have after being diagnosed with something like that. Rhett Walker had a benefit for Ben 2 weeks ago. Yes, such a great dude and great song there. Benjamin Sturgill and Pray right here. And we'll, of course, add that to the regular rotation. Less than 1 week away till Christmas takes over the radio network. We're going to put out some polls here on the Spotlighter community here soon. If you're not a member of our Spotlighter community, go check it out, CMS TV Spotlighter community. We're going to put out some polls about maybe what Christmas songs or versions of Christmas songs that you want to see as part of our rotation over this next month or so on the radio network as we're rotating through some Christmas stuff. We want to play some tunes that will help celebrate the season with you and your family. So if there's obviously any ones that we want to add in, we don't want to leave any out, including some new favorites from some of your favorite independent artists that are featured here on CMS. We're going to play those in the coming weeks. But yes, have no fear. We're going to play some Christmas tunes. And if there's any regular tunes that need to stay in the rotation during the year, we'll maybe check with those too. So, anywho, last song of the night. This is all we have time for tonight. I think we've pretty much reached the end of what we want to feature. If my fear as a producer is that we've always missed something. If we did miss something, or if we left something out or didn't have time for anything, we will feature it on Sunday. I'll go back through everything. As far as the ones we have to get to, this was one of the ones that Chris Pick sent in right here. It's a good closing song for us tonight. Of course, this is the anniversary of Rich Mullins' passing. I think it was 25 years ago already. And Chris and Mitch McVicker did a great team up to do their own rendition of Sometimes by Step. Here it is. We'll be back with our closing prayer in just a second, leading up to Resurrection. Here it is as we end what has been a fantastic night of giving thanks here on Night of Hope 29 as we're sharing hope through worship.
Some of you may remember him. Mitch McVicker, who's going to help me out on this last song. This is one he used to do a long time ago with an old band of his. Great way to introduce him tonight. So if you know the words, don't sing along because it puts us off. We're waiting this one. No, seriously, you can sing along. Good? Sometimes the night was beautiful. Sometimes the sky was so far away. Sometimes it seemed to stoop so close. You could touch it, but your heart would break. Sometimes the morning came too soon. Sometimes the day can be so hot. There was so much work left to do, but so much you've already done. Oh God, you are my God, and I will ever praise you. Oh God, you are my God, and I will lead me, and I will follow you while I live. I'll follow you while I live. I will follow you while I live.
Mr. McVicker. My name's Chris Peck. Welcome to Help.
What a fantastic tune to leave us on
Ugh.
tonight.
Such a great. such
That
a
one,
great-
it turns out, was pretty appropriate for this season. Step by
Yeah.
step, you'll lead me, and I will follow you all my days. Yes,
I love that
is
song.
Chris Pick, Mitch McVicker, a great rendition of one of the greats in Christian music, Rich Mullins, Sometimes by Step, as we've reached the end for tonight of another great edition of Night of Hope. Night of Hope 29. Give thanks. Another thankful episode is in the book. Elizabeth, what say you as we start our closing prayer in a second and put the wraps on this one?
Yeah, just such a great, just everything about tonight was great. Fell into place, just as the Lord leads every single time, every single day. And right as that song was playing, I was telling Joe off camera, and I'm like, and I asked him off camera, I'm like, Joe, at any point tonight, did you have this week's radio show playing at any time tonight on the radio network? Because during parts of the show tonight, I went to the radio network just like I do sometimes off camera, and right before I see it changed to Matthew was Me on Your Mind with Ann Wilson, I saw just the Christian Media Spotlight radio show, episode 82, Thanksgiving edition, right there, right before that song. And I'm like, well, if there was any time in any part of that day that could have been maybe delayed somehow, and my computer just now caught up or something, it showed up anyway as I saw it. And I'm like, what better appropriate way for it to show up like that right before a song change? Because it's Night of Hope 29, part 2 of Give Thanks. Just like Night of Hope 28, Give Thanks Live. And just seeing that, God had a way of knowing what he was doing, as always. And it just amazes me every single time out with that. And what a blessing.
Spirit of thankfulness around here. Before we do some housekeeping stuff and get out of here, this is the season, of course, to give thanks. And I want to give thanks to all of the artists, and we're doing like an updated credit roll here soon. We haven't really an updated one necessarily, working on one now. But so if their names are not on there, they will be here soon. But there's a reason why there's so many people in the special thanks, because there's so many artists, so many people who have appeared on the show we want to thank and love on, because it is their gifts and their talents featured on here that give us so much content to be able to feature on here and keep this thing going. So my special thanks goes all to the artists, actors, authors, artists, fill in the blank. All the guests who have appeared on our show over the last year and the last 15 years. I want to thank as well you, the viewer, whether you've been with us brand new today. Welcome. If you've been with us for a day, if you've been with us for a month, if you've been with us since the COVID Night of Hope era began nearly 3 years ago, blessings and thankful for you. So many of you have tuned in the Night of Hope era, and we're grateful and thankful for you. If you've been with us predated Night of Hope era, and everyone of you have hung on this long since then, thankful for you. No matter how long you've been here and been a part of this community over the life of CMS, we're so thankful for each and every single one of you for helping keep this strong. Red's Room is about to begin here in seconds. Let's pray. Let us get out of here. Red's Room is next on our partner ministry, Red's Room Entertainment group page, wherever you are. Around the world, around the web, let's do it. Let's bring Night of Hope 29 to a close, shall we? Father, we thank you for tonight. I know Red sent in a prayer request. We're praying for his gout. He's in a little bit of pain tonight, so we're just praying for him, praying for you to keep him strong and lifted up, and keeping his pain at bay to be able to do what he is called to do. So we are thankful for the Red. We're just praying for him and his health tonight. For anyone who needs health prayers tonight, we're just praying for health and healing over them tonight, top of their head to the soles of their feet. Meet them where they are. And we come against any attack on their health in Jesus' mighty name. For those that need health, breakthrough, and healing tonight, I just ask that they receive that healing that the Lord is trying to give them tonight. For anyone who's needing a financial breakthrough or a spiritual breakthrough, we just ask that you would just meet them where they are as well, Father. And we just ask, and we just, on a night where we just give thanks, we give thanks to you for allowing me to be a vessel to put CMS on the air and to feature these amazing artists. I thank you for the privilege of this community who comes together to draw closer to you and your love and your goodness. We're thankful for each and every one of this community. And Lord, we just thank you for all the artists, all the amazing guests on the show that bring the slogan of this show to life, the stories and the testimonies, whether it be through spoken word, whether it be through music, whether it be through scripture. We're sharing those stories and those testimonies and bringing them to life in a way that impacts and meets people where they are and changes hearts. And for that, we are so grateful. We're so thankful for another year to give thanks. And as we turn the page to Night of Hope 30 and come in a door, we just thankful for everyone tonight. We give you the rest of this night, the rest of this weekend, and the rest of this Thanksgiving week. We love you and thank you as you're turning our prayer requests into praise reports each and every day. In Jesus' mighty name we praise you and we thank you. Amen and amen. Surprise appearance by David. His son, Cameron, bombed the video. Who knew, right? Yeah, Cameron bombed the video. Always nice to see. I was warned about that when I was praying for all needs. We're so thankful for your prayer requests. Thank you to all those who've been ambassador for our show as well and who've helped recruit talent. From our many publicists and talent coordinators in Nashville, I know you've shared the word, Elizabeth. Lisa has shared the word, so has Red. Everyone who has shared the word and helped us put the word out. Denise has. Everyone who has shared and put the word out to talent on the show. Much appreciated as well. And I know Cindy has as well with Kyle. So everyone who has done that. Appreciate it. Thankful for you co-hosting as always, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here. Love your ongoing support as well, you and your family as well. Always great to have you with us to another Night of Hope in the books.
Thank you for having me and just letting me take part, be involved in any way that I can, and just being someone that I've looked up to ever since I came here and being that role model for me in my life. It's been a blessing with your friendship over the past 2 years, almost coming up on 3 years with your friendship already, and just you've become family to me, and everyone watching tonight has become family to me, and anyone who isn't watching has become family no matter what.
Well, thank you for being here, Elizabeth. Night of Hope, is on the verge, on the way of turning 3. That's it's going to turn 3 this coming March. Anniversary celebration, of course, to come. We're nearing the end of our 15th year, about ready to begin our 16th year in 2023 CMS. And I think, it's going to be close, but I think sometime by the end of the year, it may even happen with our countdown episode. I don't know, it'd be really funny if it did, but probably by the end of the year, we will be coming up. Because when we go off the year on Monday, it'll be show 1080. It means we're closing in on 20 shows away from show number 1,100. It could happen by the end of this year at the rate we're going, folks. So that'll be exciting in and of itself. So there you go. Of course, I will see you tomorrow night on Red Room because I'll be doing an outreach message all of a sudden. So tune in for that. Also, Sunday night, everybody. We'll see you back here Sunday night for Music Hangout. Elizabeth will be here once again on Sunday night. So tune in for that. And next time we'll join you for Night of Hope. Friday, December 9th. Mark it on your calendars. Night of Hope number 30. Come and adore the annual Christmas special. We're taking submissions now. All sorts of things festive. The holiday blazers, the Christmas blazers will return in the next few days. You didn't think they wouldn't, did you?
Well, I kind of figured they could have.
Oh, they will. Christmas blazers return. They will return with some new ones this year as well in coming days. You didn't think there'd be new ones either?
Well, I couldn't,
Yeah, there'll be some new ones coming in the next few days. We'll get your opinions on wardrobe of some of these brand new blazers that will make their debut. You'll see them in Christmas garb all month long, starting here in just a few days. So there you go. And yes, and holiday radio liners. Yes, Lisa's did her radio liners. If you have a holiday Christmas radio liners, a Christmas greeting for the community, feel free to send those over to ministerjoe@gmail.com, and we will play those potentially on the air in between Christmas tunes this season. So hopefully we can serve as one of your options for one of your soundtracks of the season here coming next week as we flip the script to mostly all Christmas here within the next week or so as we start sprinkling them in here on the radio network. All right. Thanksgiving episode will also replay at 11 Eastern and 2 p.m. Eastern. Thanksgiving Day on the radio network will play all 3 hours of the the Thanksgiving show in its entirety. People have asked, when are you going to replay it? 11 Eastern, 2 Eastern. We're going to play all 3 hours back to back, twice on Thanksgiving Day to help you celebrate. And then 5 p.m. Eastern. This is the current plan, everybody. Not to say we won't sprinkle in some Christmas tunes intermixed in the next few days. You might see some sporadically, pop in. Because once I add them in there, I just might leave them on there instead of removing them on there. And you might see some sprinkled in. But 5 p.m. Eastern on Thanksgiving Day, we go all Christmas, starting out with the debut of our radio show premiere, week 83. And that will be the first of our Christmas episodes. So it all begins less than a week from right now. All right, in earnest. Okay, we'll see you Sunday night for another edition. As this has been Night of Hope 29, give thanks. We love you all. Love each other tonight. We'll see you back here by Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow night for the outreach message. We'll see you later on this weekend for more CMS TV. God bless you all. We love you. We'll see ya. For Elizabeth Holdhouse, Joe Neal, we'll see you coming up. Sunday night. Good night, everybody. Take good care. This has been Night of Hope 29. Thank you, everybody. We love you. Good night from Night of Hope.
you're an artist, author, or an actor and you want to appear on a future edition of Christian Media Spotlight across the country, email ministerjoe@gmail.com or inbox us on Facebook at Christian Media Spotlight. We look forward to featuring your stories and your testimonies here on CMS TV.